Okay, so the first thing you have to do when you're making your own longboard is look for wood, preferably cheap wood. So I'm at the store. Well, you can see there is expensive wood, not good, and cheap wood, good. This is 3.6mm multiplex plywood, and we're going to buy one sheet of it and have it cut up. So now we're ready to go. The first thing we have to do is draw the center line on the board. As you can see, I've already done here. It's important to have the center line. It will help you when you finish the board to align your trucks, for one thing. So next is the shape of the board. I have a template here that I will be using in a minute, like so. If you use a template and you switch over for the other side, you know the board's going to be as symmetrical as it can be, and it'll save a lot of time sanding later on, so that's good. So when you've finished drawing the outline, it should look something like this. So next is the gluing. We take the board we put the design on, lift it, turn it over, place it there. You can see just over, so there is some space for the clamp, and we leave it about like that, and we start applying the glue. Make sure you spread the glue out properly, so you don't have any weak spots later on. And don't be afraid to use a lot of glue. It's what's going to provide all the strength, and it's going to be under a lot of stress, so don't go easy on the glue. Try and give you a quick show how I spread the glue. So and do it until it looks like this again, so you've covered it all properly. I notice I haven't done a spot here, so we try and... There we are. It's better. So, first thing. So let's put the flex in the, or not the flex, but the curve in the front of the board. And this part is for the kicktail. So we weigh that down, like so. It's only going to be very slight, but I think it will help. Good. Okay, now it's time for the clamping. You can see I've clamped the front of the board, or what will be the front of the board there. And gonna do the rest. Okay, it's now fully clamped. You can see the curve in the board. This is what it looks like. So now I have to wait until the glue dries. And because I've used my toolbox as a weight, I'm gonna have to stand outside and guard my toolbox. No, actually when you take the weights off now, the clamps will hold the shape, but I prefer to leave it just a while like this to let the glue set. Now, while we're waiting for the board of the glue to dry, I'd like to talk about the way I shape the board, you know, the curve what I've just been showing you. A lot of people use massive contraptions to do this, but if you're making a cheap longboard and you don't have a lot of space, as you can see, I'm working outside. You don't have to have a big setup. You can just use a couple of blocks of wood, like I have under the board, and some weights on top, placed correctly. And if you have enough clamps, you can get a very good result, I think. I have tried. The first couple of boards I made were a complete disaster. So, reckon that you're gonna ruin a couple of boards before you make one that works. But it's a lot of fun. Just to sum up a couple of important things that we've done up to now. So the first is buy thin wood. It's best to use a couple of layers, because if it's thinner, it's easier to bend and shape the way into the shape that you would like it to be. Draw a correct center line, otherwise you'll never get the trucks aligned properly later on. When you draw the outline of the board, make sure it's symmetrical, otherwise you're going to have to, I don't know, be very handy with your saw and sandpaper. Use enough glue, spread it out. The glue is what holds the shape, most of it anyway, so use enough of that, and try and clamp it as tight as you can without damaging the wood. And wait long enough for it to dry until you remove the clamps, otherwise back to square one. So we've let the glue set and dry overnight, and it's time for the unclamping, so bear with me. And here's the result. We've got a nice curved board. Cool. So when you've finished using the electric sander, finish it off by hand to get the rails really round and smooth. And there you are. Grip tape and some wheels on. This is ready to go.